everyone, and welcome to my review of episode 7 of The Gifted. Really quickly, if you have not checked out my episode 6 review, I'll leave a link to that in the description box down below if you want to check it out and peruse what my thoughts were before getting into this episode. But episode 7, I will say, and I've been seeing a couple other people say this in their reviews, that this episode was a lot less action-packed than the other ones had been, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just that I think I definitely prefer the action-packed episodes. So this one was a bit more character building, which is gonna happen, and I really love these characters, so it's not bad at all. I think it's just kind of, I don't know, like it makes me want more action because I know that like right now what's gonna happen is we're leading up to this big war, so of course you want the mutants kind of taking steps to prevent that, because right now it seems like they are so on the losing side. I mean, it's crazy to think of people with these powers like this could actually be defeated, but if they're turning mutants against other mutants, I think that's really the real core issue here that could be happening. So obviously it's not a good thing, and I'm super hating that doctor like we're supposed to be, I'm sure. He's just super sketchy, and I mean, other people have said it, but like I definitely agree that like Jace just needs to show more like compassion and confliction, I feel like, because right now he just seems like a bad guy and there's no like moral ambiguity to him. Like he's struggling with this at all, because even when the doctor used that mutant to basically attempt to kill the lady, which is highly illegal and highly what you would be saying mutants are bad for, but you're the one that's killing that lady, so hypocrites, but okay. I just didn't see him like struggle enough with it. He seems like, what happened? But not like, we can't be doing that. Like he was just kind of like, he's in this doctor's hands now. There was even a scene where the doctor was like, what would Grace say? And I was like, Grace would be like, why are you hurting that poor lady? Like, it's just, to me, you can't justify for the whole season that he's doing this all for Grace, because at a certain point you have to realize she's just an innocent kid and you're not stopping bloodshed with more bloodshed, you know? So I really hope he comes to that realization sooner rather than later, because I just like roll my eyes every time his storyline comes on the screen, because I'm just so like, oh, like now we have to deal with what's clearly going to be terrible for the mutants. And I know next week it says there's going to be a spy in the ranks, so I don't know if that means that they're sending a spy or if my Blink theory is going to be confirmed, that she's like underground spy, because what was interesting was they said that they're not, like they're spies, but they're not like fully until they're activated. So Blink just might not be activated right now, so it might be like the real Blink we've been meeting and all that, but then underneath she's been conditioned to be a spy. I wouldn't be super surprised if that happens, especially after her whole thing with wanting to now join this fight and she's really found like her will to do it. You know, I feel like that kind of insinuated, okay, maybe like she wasn't super into helping before, and yeah, she doesn't have the tattoo, but maybe she was like one of the earlier test subjects. So I don't know, I just think it'll be more shocking if instead of like some random person shows up and we're like, yeah, that's the spy, it's like someone that we knew and that we came to love. And especially with like Johnny and how you can tell like he's starting to feel things for Clarice, I feel like it would be a super shock to all of them and to Clarice herself, because I feel like she doesn't necessarily know that she is the spy, and they're saying that like she was the one that brought, you know, her vision was the one that brought the people to the foster home, but she seemed to not really remember a lot about it. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe like they found her in the foster home, killed everyone else, and were like, look, we'll give you a chance to like help us out, or we're gonna kill you too. Like I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened, or if they just kidnapped her and made her one of their little spies. So I don't know, maybe I'm stretching, but I just feel like because they had such an emotional connection and they really highlighted the feelings Johnny is starting to have for Clarice, I feel like it'll be a big blow if it turns out that she has been unintentionally but still kind of working against us, and it still accounts for the weird mystery we have in episode 1 where somehow Sentinel Services knew about Marcos meeting up with the Strucker family, even though obviously the Struckers didn't tell anyone. Marcos, we can probably assume, didn't tell anyone because it would have been bad for him, and Clarice was the only other one that knew, so it doesn't look too good right now. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen, because yeah, it's definitely, the season is starting to wind down. I think there's only like 10 episodes, so we're definitely starting to get more of like what's happening with Marcos and Lorna and everything with that, and I'm just like, it was bad to see like Marcos actually like enjoys this kind of work, and not this kind of work I guess, but like using his powers on full blast, and I think that's where Lorna got so mad, is that fear of losing him to this dark side. I loved that we got to see their first meeting and how she was so just like done. She was just like, well, find a new girlfriend. And he's like, it's not that easy. And she's like, make it that easy. Like, it was just so Lorna. And I love that we got to see the first moment that they really met each other. That was really, really cute to see, just another development in their relationship. And I'm super waiting for Carmen and Polaris confrontation, because just like every time she calls her Magnet Girl, I like get a little cringy on Lorna's behalf. So like I can't wait for her to just come and be like, I'll show you, Magnet Girl. Like, that team up between her and Dreamer was epic. I've said it before, I will say it again. I love, love, love when we see the powers combine. So seeing that was really cool, because Dreamer and Lorna are also like best friends. So it was interesting to see that dynamic, because I know the girl who plays Dreamer has said like it's kind of like an opposite, you know, like they don't look like they'd be best friends, but like together they're awesome. So I love seeing that more, and it was just really, really awesome. I'm excited to see more about the Strucker kids in the next episode. It looks like we'll be finding out their mutant connection and also what exactly their powers can do together. Andy really didn't have much to do in this episode, which was fine. He was just blowing stuff up, you know, like he likes to do. And Lauren, I feel like I still don't know how I feel about her love interest story. Like, it was just, I don't know, it was just so typical, I feel like. And it was just like at the end, like when she did kiss him, he still left. I was like, oh, he didn't even look like conflicted. He was just like, bye, and like got back in the van. And I was like, oh, well, okay. Like, I just wanted it to be a little more passionate, or a little more like hard for him to leave and be like, this is what I gotta do to make myself better, and then I'll come back and I'll be with you. But instead he was just like, bye, I'm getting in my van. I was like, okay. I also have to say again, my fear of like Caitlin being relegated to the background has kind of happened, because now it's like her job is just Reed screws something up with the kids, and then she comes in and is like, they don't need a prosecutor, they need a dad, go talk to them. And I'm like, how about you go talk to them, Caitlin, or something like that. Like, it just seems to be her whole thing is she's either telling Reed, like, go talk to your kids and be nice, or she's, like, bugging the kids about doing their schoolwork. It's like, what happened to the badass woman who was, like, ready to fight and take on the world in episodes 2 and 3 and 4? Like, where did she go? So I'm just really excited to see what's going to happen in the next episode. Hopefully the kids do not get taken by the creepy doctor, because I will cry many, many tears if that happens, even though Andy will probably, like, destroy the whole place they take him to. So we'll see what happens. But if you haven't seen this episode of The Gifted, please feel free to leave your thoughts about it down below in the comments. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel down below to be told to make all sorts of new videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!